I'm Portuguese, so I will always have benefited from the pain of black people in one way or another. I mean, I benefited from it directly. My grandfather was white and had a coffee plantation in a vast expanse of land that was given to him by the Portuguese government, without the consultation of the people who already lived there. The ramifications of the money of colonialism, of chattel slavery, are so embedded in our capitalist system that I think you'll be hard-pressed to find anyone who hasn't benefited, even if tangentially, from this horrible, oppressive system that crushed black people throughout history. Because our system was built on the bones of it. Our infrastructure in Western countries was built on the back of it. Even the money that was invested in ex-colonies was money that was invested after the exploitation of the locals. So I think a better question would be, who are the main beneficiaries from it, who continue to benefit structurally from it?
The absent black father, a lie, was born, sold, and still profits, from chains to character. You heard the black stereotype. Black fathers are missing. What if I told you it's one of the longest running lies in American history, built brick by law by law? It has its roots in Reconstruction. After the Civil War, slavery was abolished, but white power structures needed a new way to control black bodies, especially black men. That's when the myth of the black brute emerged, a violent, uncontrollable male figure, a threat to the white women, white property, and white supremacy, a perfect excuse for lynching, voter suppression, and recriminalizing black existence. So began the rise of black codes, criminalizing vagrancy, lordery, or talking back, chain gangs, and convict leasing, which funneled thousands of freedmen back into forced labor, media propaganda like Birth of a Nation in 1915, which portrayed black men as rapists and savages, sparked Klan revivals and national hysteria. Let's be clear, the dangerous black man was a social fear. It was a deliberate invention designed to justify surveillance, separation, and systemic exclusion. From danger to derelict. As the 20th century progressed, white American story about black men evolved from the violent criminal to the irresponsible father. This was a PR pivot, not a progress story. Enter the Moynihan Report in 1965, where the U.S. government said the fundamental problem is family structure. That's rich considering the Jim Crow laws dismantled black wealth and community. The GI Bill excluded black vets. Public housing split families, and welfare rules forced men out of the home to qualify. It's not the black men weren't present, it's that they were systematically punished for being there. The stereotype of the absent black father replaced black brute, but kept the same function. The black people for inequality, the justified disinvestment over policing and mass incarceration to distract from the real problem, structural racism within this PR. Let's look at 2013. The CDC study again, yes, the government one. Black dads are more likely than white and Hispanic dads to eat meals with their kids, help with homework, bathe and dress their kids, read to them, and yet the myth persists. Why? Because the lie is convenient. It absolves policymakers, it fuels TV crime dramas, and it lets racism dress up like a concern for children. This isn't about missing fathers. It's about missing accountability for systems that created this myth and the receipts that prove it. It's a lie. Follow for more truths, culture buried under centuries of fear and bad headlines. Peace.
I'm so fucking tired of these places that love to exploit black culture for profit, but actually hate black people and just don't want to say it. This has been a thing, not only here in Phoenix where I am for my birthday, but in DC and everywhere else I've lived. We'll roll up to a bar or a club and it's a hip hop or an R&B night. There's a black DJ, there's a lot of black people in the crowd. They're playing Migos, Burna Boy, and Cardi B. Like, that's the vibe. And immediately at the door, we have to argue with these motherfuckers about what we're wearing. If someone in our group is fat, bigger bodied, or dark-skinned, it's immediately going to be a problem. Oh, no Jordans. Oh, no sweats. Oh, no baseball caps. Oh, we don't allow XYZ. Just like name a thing. They will literally just pick a thing that we are wearing. And at this point, I'm in my 30s and I'm like, I've been turned away at the door so much in my life. Like, I don't need to give you my motherfucking money anymore. I just don't. It's not worth it. But also, sometimes we'll argue and then they'll let us in. And we'll inevitably see some white dude walking around in a backwards baseball cap, a hoodie, and some, like, joggers and boat shoes. Come on, y'all. At this point, I'm like, just say it with your chest and go. And then we don't have to do this whole dance anymore.
Oh yeah guys, welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all doing good. Here we are talking about something real. Isn't it real? How do you see it? Is it strange how the world loves black culture, loves music for the black people, the style, and also their creativity, and even profits off struggles of black people? But the moment black people start talking about black power, when black people start talking about black unity or black liberation, suddenly it becomes a problem. Suddenly, it's too radical, too threatening, too uncomfortable. They can take the pain and sell it, but the power, they want to silence that. And today, we are here breaking it all down. Exactly why. So, guys, let's get into these remaining clips. I'll be coming back with more commentaries. Kindly let me know your thoughts in the comment section. What do you think about all of this?
Harry owns his own studio, plot of land, multiple movie studios on said plot, yet is still cranking out the same type of black woman suffering ass movies. Yes, I watched Straw last night, and I didn't like it. I didn't like it. Not even 20 minutes into the movie. And everything that could go wrong went the hell wrong. Good Lord, Tyler, is you not tired? Now, while I understand that there are black women out there who felt seen by the movie, who can relate to similar sentiments and have had similar experiences, my issue is, Tyler, where is the balance in your movies? You have the power to create any type of black movie, sci-fi, thriller, comedy, rom-com, and any and everything in betwixt those genres. And yet we are still primarily getting movies about black women suffering, sir. Because while yes, there are black women out there who felt seen by this movie, you don't think those same black women couldn't feel seen by seeing a woman who looks like them falling in love, being loved on properly, being taken care of without suffering? No, we just have to have the whole world fall apart in the first 20 minutes of the goddamn movie. All I'm saying is, if you're going to depict black women suffering and struggling, offer a balance. And that balance doesn't have to be rooted in elitism. She ain't gotta be college educated, driving a Mercedes as a lawyer, and it ain't gotta be all that. But show us happy as well. Show us thriving as well. You know, the only balance shouldn't just be Medea doing some dumb shit, you know? And my other issue is how cheaply and how rushed your handling is with black women suffering and trauma. The script was poorly done. The continuity was ass. Why am I watching Taraji take the kid's book bag away from the table just to see the book bag in the next scene and she ain't in the room no more? Lazily done, and that's the final cut. You know, like I'm not moved, I'm not impressed. And Tyler, it is infuriating to me that you have built a platform for the possibilities in black media to be endless, yet you are cranking out the same kind of storyline. Like, oh.
Okay, I want to take a moment to say thank you to Donald Trump, not out of praise, but out of truth. Because while you rip through every part of this government, tearing down justice, equality, and fairness under the fake excuse of fighting DEI fraud, what you're really doing is confirming what black folks have been saying for generations. America was built on racism, fueled by fear and sustained by white supremacy. You've exposed it all. The masks are off. The polite racism, the fake allyship, the colorblind lies, it's all gone. Now we see it raw and unfiltered. You're not just targeting policy, you're targeting people. Black people, brown people, marginalized communities. And the wild part, we make up the smallest portion of this country, yet somehow we are the biggest threat to the lie that white supremacy built. That should tell you everything. You're afraid not of violence, not of replacement, but of the power we hold even when we have nothing. You see the way our culture, our brilliance, our resilience, our excellence continues to shape this country, even when it tries to erase us. Donald Trump is just the loudest version of a system that's always been in place. He is the living, breathing proof that this country was never designed with us in mind. And yet, we continue to define it. So thank you, Donald, for exposing what so many tried to deny, for showing the world that the fear of black greatness is real, for proving that racism isn't in our imagination, it's in the fabric of this nation. And to my people, we don't have to fight to prove our worth. He's doing that for us. All we have to do is stand firm, stay awake, and know that the truth is finally louder than the lie. We are not broken. We are not the problem. We are the evidence of the power that this country can contain. Let that truth ring louder than its hate.
I am trying to get real with myself and with other white people, and it is painful work. There's a whole lot of blame toward black people for being the cause of how white people treat them, and I'm trying to get to the bottom of that. I decided to take a closer look at slavery, since that's such a big topic in the United States. There has been slavery all over the world forever, and all colors of people have enslaved other colors of people for as long as we know about. But the transatlantic slave trade, in which Europeans brought African and Caribbean black people to the United States to be free labor in the new colonies before they were really the United States, is a whole different story of slavery. Slavery historically had to do with who won and who lost a war, who was convenient, who stumbled by at the wrong time, and so it wasn't specifically race-based. So why did these white Europeans choose black people to enslave? Because their physical differences from whites made it easier to create lies that they were biologically inferior. They invented science to defend this. It was easier to make these people who looked so different from us less human. And that lie made it easier to justify torture, rape, family separation, and death on a massive scale. And it made them, quite frankly, easier to identify if they tried to escape. The legacy didn't disappear when slavery ended. Eugenics came along and fed the racial superiority notion of whiteness, and it influenced the Nazi narrative along with the racial one. It carried over into segregation, Jim Crow, housing, policing, incarceration, education, all of that. If we're ever going to fix what's broken, we need to get curious enough to name how it got broken in the first place. White people need to get curious so we can say no more, not on my watch.
They beat him up and his face was unrecognizable, and for your black ass to say that is fucking insane. So y'all really telling me that Zeus reviewed, edited, and then approved that footage to be aired? Insane. See, it's one thing that she said it. It's another thing that they decided to air it. By this point, everybody knows that Zeus is toxic, yet y'all keep supporting it. Y'all are acting so enraged about this comment, but Zeus has been on bullshit with the black community. I saw one video talking about, oh, she's young.
Oh yeah guys, for centuries society has commodified black struggle, turning black pain, black culture, creativity into profit, while they are rejecting or attacking the idea of true black power, unity and liberation. From music and fashion to politics and media, the world takes what benefits them from blackness but silences, erases and disrespects the very people who created it. So guys, we have watched in this video, we have seen how exploitation works, why the system thrives on black suffering, and why empowering black communities is seen as a threat. Guys, it's time to expose the hypocrisy. And people are exposing this hypocrisy. People are demanding respect, and people are standing firm in reclaiming black narratives. We have seen it all from these people who have talked in this video. We have seen how they are talking brilliantly. Yeah. So that is why we are here to talk about this for a second. It is very much strange how the world loves black culture, how the world loves music that belongs to black people, how the world loves the style of black people, and creativity of black people, and even profiting off black struggles. But the moment black people start talking about black power, the moment black people start talking about black unity or black liberation, it suddenly becomes a problem. Suddenly it becomes too radical. Suddenly it becomes too threatening. And it also becomes too uncomfortable to hear this truth. So they can take the pain and sell it out, but the power, they want to silence that. Yeah. So they profit off black pain every single day. Look at the music industry. How many times do they push songs filled with the trauma? How many times do they push songs filled with the violence and pain? Those are the songs they promote to to top of the charts. But if an artist drop a song about empowerment or about self-love or about liberation, suddenly it doesn't get the same push. The same goes for media. Black pain is entertainment to them. They'll just story. They'll run story after story about people, our people's suffering, our people's poverty, our people's crime. But when it comes to stories of black excellence, black healing, or black innovation, silence is there. So black struggles are marketable. Our trauma is profitable, but our progress, that doesn't make headlines because it doesn't fit their system. And here's why. Because black power means control. It means independence. Yeah, it means not relying on systems that were designed to oppress us. When black people unify, when we build our own, when we reclaim our culture, that shifts the balance of power. That's why every time in history, when we've demanded real power, the system fought back. The Black Panthers were labeled dangerous. Marcus Garvey was deported. Dr. King was assassinated. Not because they were talking about black pain, but because they were organizing black power. Yeah, so pain keeps everyone down. Yeah, power lifts people up. And power is what these people fear most. Yeah, so think about it. Everybody wants the culture, but not the people. The music, the slang, the dances and hairstyles, even the fashion get copied. Everything gets stolen and repackaged. The same people who say cornrows or locks are unprofessional will turn around and praise an unblack celebrity for inventing the same style. It's the same story over and over again. They love the rhythm, but not the blues. They love the shine of black creativity, but they don't want the reality of black life. It's selective appreciation, cherry picking the parts that benefit them while erasing the people who created it. Yeah, and here's the biggest hypocrisy. Corporations and media will stand on stage pretending to support black lives when it's convenient, but behind the scenes, they still exploit black suffering. They'll put up a hashtag during protests, but they won't invest in black communities. It's not about justice for them. It's about profit. Pain makes money. Power doesn't. That's why they fear movement for reparations, for economic independence, but for cultural preservation. Because true black power means they can't control people or they cannot sell back their own identity. Yes, so this matters today, and it's not just, it really matters today. Yeah, it's not just history, it's happening right now. Look at how black voices are censored online. When black people speak, look at how revolutionary ideas get buried, while harmful stereotypes are promoted for clicks and profit. Look at how creators build platforms only for bigger corporations to steal the idea, water it down, and erase the origin. So the question is, why is black suffering marketable, but black healing is ignored? Why is pain pushed, but power silenced? The answer is simple. Because our power is the only thing that threatens their control. Here's the truth. Black culture is not for sale. Black pain is not entertainment, and our power is not a threat, it's a necessity. They can profit off black pain all they want, but they will never silence our power. They will never silence our unity or our future. So let's keep calling out the hypocrisy. Let's keep reclaiming what's ours, because the moment we stop letting them feed off our pain and start building our power, that's the moment everything changes. Yeah, so guys, thank you so much for being with me throughout the video. All credit belongs to the original creators of the video. And also, this video is meant for educational purposes, commentary purposes, and entertainment purposes as well. Thank you and have a nice time. Be blessed.